Hey,
Sure, I can help you out.
Word is, Diamond City
Let's
is
see what
under
I got in my
opposition
pockets.
control.
hey.
What? You need? I sup.
This is very enthralling gameplay.
Suppose you're here for my medical services. Let's see what's wrong with you today.
Things are quiet. For now.
I suppose you're here for my medical services. Let's see what's wrong with you today.
Deacon's record is the best. You could learn a lot from him.
The world's a dangerous place. For anyone in my way.
Hey,
You called?
wait there.
Absolutely. And my eagerness is totally unrelated to wanting a smoke break.
Alright. Heads up.
What's the word? We've been traveling for a spell. I was hoping to have some words with you.
Now's a good time.
I'm used to flying solo, but I gotta admit, working with you makes me think I've been missing out. Having someone watching your back is refreshing, especially since you never know when the Institute is watching.
The feeling's mutual.
I gotta say, you make it look easy, but you have some built-in advantages. Some people at HQ are jealous. You took the big nap and everyone you knew is long gone. Now, hear me out on the silver lining. If a human in the railroad slips up, then they expose friends and loved ones to danger. You're safe from that.
Why would the people they care about be in danger?
When the coursers start kicking down doors, they don't just hit railroad safe houses. Some friends and family have been known to get axed. Whether the Institute's motivated by vengeance or faulty intel, it doesn't matter to the people left behind. It doesn't matter much to me. I'm a synth. At least that's what they tell me. So, I really don't have anything to lose. For Glory and me and the others, it's easier to dedicate ourselves to the cause.
You're a synth? Why didn't you tell me before?
I don't like talking about it. I was one of the first synths they did the whole cranium reboot on, so it was a bit of a botched job. Most synths have fun fake memories. A happy home, a family. Me, I got nothing. And that, well, it does something to you. Since we're traveling together, I want you to take this. It's my recall code. If you ever need to know something about the Institute, read it to me.
I appreciate the trust.
Yeah, well, about that. Don't use the code unless you absolutely have to. It'll wipe my memories. I'm not sure how much of me'll even be left. You know, I'd just feel better if you didn't read it until you need it.
I suppose you're here for my medical
Too much
services.
traffic through the church and
Let's
we'll
see
burn the
what's wrong
hideout.
with you today.
Not today.
Fine.
Heads up.
Tell me what... We've been making the rounds, doing the job. It's time you learn the big secret. Everyone thinks that Desdemona is the big boss. She calls the ops, gives the rah-rah speeches, but it's just an act. She does what I tell her to because the railroad, it's my show. It's been that way since I founded it.
Do you really think I'm gonna fall for this?
Fall for what? Haven't you noticed that when I say the word, Desdemona does a 180? Hey, there's an intruder! No, I vouch for him. Then welcome! Every time. It works best that way. Gives me room to maneuver. We've come a long way since the beginning. We've done a lot of good. Saved a lot of synths. But we're about more than that. We are the last and only line of defense between the Institute and the Commonwealth. Hell, maybe even the world.
Any perks being close to the big boss?
Now that I don't have to hide, sure. Tinker Tom will set you up. But the best perk is seeing behind the curtain. People think our missions are all about synths, but there's more going on. We are building a better, brighter Commonwealth. The railroad really is... Where are we... I can't keep up with this bullshit.
Wow. Traveling with you is never dull.
I aim to please. But I had a point here. A lesson, if you will. There's other organizations out there, and in time, I'm sure they're going to spoon-feed you their own patented form of bullshit. Ignore the verbiage and look at what they're doing. What they're asking you to do. What sort of world they'd have you build. And how they're going to pay for it.
Thanks for the advice.
I don't know if it's your good old-fashioned pre-war values or you just won the genetic lottery, but anyone that has you in their corner has an advantage. And At the end of the day, you'll need to make a choice. Make it the right one.
When will it give me the option to flirt?
Look
One
alive.
more hour until my shift ends.
Look alive.
What is it?
Hey there.
You know, I'm having second thoughts on the whole recall code. Wait, you read it, didn't you?
I read it all right.
Don't tell me what it said. You know, it's probably just safer if we don't talk right now.
Hey.
Yeah? You know, I'm having second thoughts on the whole...
No, I haven't read it yet.
Good, please don't. It'll make it easier to sleep at night.
Hey.
You know, I'm having second thoughts on the whole recall.
Why shouldn't I read it?
Just in case it gets stuck in your head. You know, like if I say Radroach. Now, don't think of Radroach. See? You thought of it. And if it's a real simple code, then one slip and goodbye, Deacon. Anyway, only read it if you have to.
Hey.
Sure. Hey, I got something important to say. I really appreciate you putting up with my bullshit. Truth is, it's been a long time since I've had a friend. I'm a liar. Everyone knows it. I make no secret of it. Because the truth is, I'm a fraud. To my core. When I was young, a hell of a long time ago, I was, well, scum. I was a bigot. A very violent bigot.
Go on.
I ran with a gang in University Point. We called ourselves the UP Deathclaws. For kicks, we'd terrorize anyone we thought was a synth. We kept egging each other on. Started with some property damage, graduated to some beatdowns, then, inevitably, a lynching. The Claw's leader was convinced we'd finally found and killed the synth. Looking back, I'm not so sure.
I'll withhold judgment until you finish.
Thanks. So I turned my back on my brothers, broke all contact. Time passed, I became a farmer, if you can believe that. Then, one day I found someone. She saw something in me I didn't know was there. Barbara, well, she just was.
She sounds special.
Being with her made me feel like the whole world had a chance. That one day we could climb out of this wreckage. She could do that to people. We were trying for kids. Eking out a living. Then one day, it turns out my Barbara, she was a synth. She didn't know that. I certainly didn't. I don't know how the Deathclaws found out, but there was blood.
Shit. I'm sorry.
I don't remember much clearly after that. I know I killed most of the Claws. I must have made a big impression. The railroad contacted me figuring I'd be sympathetic, seeing that I lost my wife. And, well, what I did afterwards...